Stop waiting for something within the simulation to make you feel good, to make you feel successful, to make you feel abundant. You don't need anything within the simulation to make you feel abundant. This is something I learned the hard way in life. I was never successful because I was always trying to predict some success to happen to me in the future, and I never felt it in the present moment. I was always waiting for that next thing to make me feel a certain way, and I was constantly chasing. Stop chasing it. It's already within you right now. Stop chasing it. Stop waiting for something to enjoy your life. Enjoy your life right now. I don't care what's going on with you right now. And if you stop, and when you get into this feeling state and you stop reacting to the simulation and you start feeling whole and complete within yourself before that happens, you're not going to be reacting the way that you normally would within the simulation when it doesn't go your way, because you already feel whole. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter whether this thing goes your way or not. You're not reliant on anything going a specific way for you to feel happy and whole and complete within yourself. If it happens, good, but if it doesn't, even better. If it happens, great. But if it doesn't, something's coming that's even better. And you're not even worried about it. You're not even thinking about it. You're visualizing. You're living in your wish fulfilled right now. You feel it from the event. This is the key. This is what Neville Goddard was suggesting, and he was telling us, and my grandfather told me, from the event. Where is that? The present moment. It's already happened. From the event. You're not predicting. You're not waiting. It's already here. You live it right now, and if you can persist in this feeling and train your brain to live this way and to see everything in the most favorable light to you, your life is going to be absolutely fantastic. Because once you start sustaining this feeling, the simulation is then going to give you and mirror back to you these inner feelings that you have. And your brain is trained for this. And you train your brain to be able to do this for you, to be picturing the most favorable outcomes to you before they come into your life. Because remember, your inner conversations, your inner talking, create images in your mind. And from those images are leading you somewhere within the future, okay? In the 3 dimensions of space. That's where you're headed. So where is your inner talking, and what are these images coming up in your mind? And if you are waiting for something, then it's predicting a different outcome than that. Your imagination is not in the present moment feeling that happening to you now. So it's taking you somewhere else. But when you're happy and whole and complete and grateful and appreciative in the present moment, as if everything's already worked out from the present tense, as if it's already happened, then what is your imagination doing? It's in those events now, and it's feeling those things now. It's leading you towards even more of that happening, the same thing. And stop trying to predict how your future should go after you come out of your wish fulfilled or thinking from the event. As soon as you start trying to predict it, you're now thinking of something that may happen to you in the future. When you're thinking from it, you're connected to the God particle within the 4th dimension, that who you truly are. You're connected to that. It's happening to you now. Remember, in God's world, everything's already created. You're only manifesting different portions of what's already here for you now. And when you start trying to predict something that may happen to you in the future, you lose that God power, the power of God. The God particle is lost. You're back in the 3-dimensional human brain, and you've lost it. So dig your way back. Get that and understand this. Understand what I'm telling you right now. Stop trying to predict things that happen. Stop reacting to things that are negative, because you're just mirroring that back to the world. And be happy and content, successful and abundant right now, and stop waiting for something within the simulation to give you that, and you will stop reacting. You will start detaching. That's the key to detachment. The key to detachment is being whole and complete right now in the present moment, and training your brain to do this automatically. Because remember, once you start doing this, once you start actively putting this in your daily routine, you start living in the present moment and feeling abundant, feeling successful now, regardless of what's happening in the simulation, your brain is eventually going to be completely trained to do this on its own. No matter what's happening to you, you're not going to be reacting anymore to negative things. You're not going to be subscribing to these things that you don't want to happen anymore. You're living in your own world. You're feeling this within, and that's what creates your outer world, is the inner world, your imagination, your inner dialogue. All this is being created for you. So step into this now. Stop waiting for some emotion to happen that's created from the simulation inside of you. Create the emotion in you right now. Feel it right now, in the present moment. Connect to that God particle in the mind of the fourth dimension. Remember, everything's already completed. There's a version of you that has everything you want in your reality right now. In an alternate reality, you connect to that world by feeling that you are that version of yourself within the present moment in the fourth dimension, and that shifts you to that world where those things start to happen to you. The simulation starts to change. You start to see all the glitches. All the glitches will start coming and everything, and it'll feel surreal. You'll be like, oh my gosh, is this really happening to me? Yes, it is, because you're thinking from the event and you're not reacting, and you trained your brain to live in the fourth dimension and to always be picturing the most favorable outcome for you always. So start this today. I love you guys, and I wanted to share this with you because this is vitally important that you understand this, and stop predicting something that may or may happen and being reliant on this thing to happen for you to feel abundant or successful. Screw that. Get that out of your mind. Feel it now. Who cares if that happens, good, but if it doesn't happen, even better. Let go of that. Feel yourself to be abundant right now, successful right now, gratitude, appreciative, because I promise you, your life is great right now. I've been through some horrible things in my life. I've been to prison, for almost 10 years, and I established this. And as soon as I had opportunities, they all came to me as soon as I got out. I've only been out for 3 years now. I'm living the life of my dreams, but it doesn't even matter, because I found wholeness and completeness with nothing, and I trained my brain to live in prison as if I was already successful, I was already abundant. And as soon as these opportunities opened, as soon as the door opened, the floodgates opened. And it's because I trained my brain to do this in some of the worst circumstances you could possibly be in. So I don't care what's going on in your life, how bad it may seem to you. This is the time for training. You're training your mind now, when in the worst situations, to be whole, complete, and abundant and successful in your own mind. And when things start to get better, it gets easier, and you train the brain to do this, It's locking in. You're locking in your future, and you're not trying to predict it. You're just enjoying the present moment. No matter how bad it seems in your life right now, I'm telling you, if you do this, if you can stop waiting for some emotion and create that emotion from within yourself right now, you're locked in. You're locked in, and the floodgates are gonna open for you. Training, this is training. There's a reason why things aren't this way that you want them to be right now. It's because you need to train yourself. But it's coming. It's all gonna come. It's all gonna come to you. It's all gonna come to you. So find that emotion, stop reacting, stop predicting. Think from the event. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.